Hey, beautiful souls. Prayer Priestess Eleni here with a continued commitment to bring you high vibe content to assist you in living the life of your dreams and embodying the version of self that lights you up from your head to your toes. And today I wanted to talk about our thoughts. Your thoughts are not you. You are not your thoughts. Thoughts are simply frequencies that are floating around in the quantum field that you are receiving. I mean, how can I put this? You are an antenna, a receiver. So the types of thoughts that you're thinking on a consistent basis are just validation of what channels you are subscribed to, right? So kind of think of it that way. And a lot of the channels that we're subscribed to are just based around the programming that was formed when we were children in theta brainwave state, and we started to form our belief systems. And then kind of what we were talking about yesterday, that reticular activating system goes into play to kind of pull forward things that are going to validate the running belief system. So thoughts are not you. You are not your thoughts. They are just frequencies floating around up there in the realm of infinite possibilities that are just showing you what you're subscribed to. So they're a gift, because if you're having thoughts that you don't love, you have opportunities to unsubscribe. Just like emails that you wish to no longer get. And that's actually a great visualization tool, is to use your imagination, closing your eyes, imagining these thoughts that you no longer wish to get kind of coming through as an email, and then the, click here to unsubscribe at the bottom. And see yourself clicking that. I no longer wish to receive these emails. And then choosing, what would you like to subscribe to? I think about thoughts and the things that manifest in our experience. It's like when we start to look something up on the internet, all of a sudden our feed gets flooded with supportive information or things similar to what we were researching. It is just like that because we're tuned into that. So we just need to tune into something else. I'm a huge fan of David Bayer. If you're not familiar with this podcast, it's absolutely amazing. We teach a lot of the very similar principles, which is probably why I resonate so much with his channel. And I loved the way he's subscribed it. I've always thought of it and when I coach with clients, it's imagining, what you're no longer wanting to show up in your thoughts or emotions or experience as words kind of floating around above you. And then, seeing other words of things that you'd rather tune into and seeing yourself like a beam of energy connect to that word. And that's always what's worked for me in the past and what I've taught. But I heard him teach it in this way, and I absolutely love it. So I want to share it with you. But I have to give him his props where they're due. Looking at in a surveillance room where there's all those monitors. In the realm of infinite possibility, all versions of yourself are available for you. The version of yourself that lives in financial abundance, the version of yourself that worries constantly about money, the version of yourself with your dream body or that's in optimal health, the version of yourself that's thinking thoughts and emotions, emitting emotions that invite in sickness and dis-ease within the self, they're all there. So if you could imagine yourself standing there, looking at this sea of monitors with try to tune in and see all the different versions of yourself, the version of yourself that's lounging in your dream house, the version of yourself that's in a different type of living situation, and just see them on all the different screens. And it's, really honing in on the ones, choosing to focus in on the ones that you wish to create. Now I'm going to take it a step further, because when I heard that, I'm like, well, you need a remote control. Right? I'm the operator. I'm in the control center, but I want a remote. And I want to go through in this infinite possibilities. I want to turn off the ones I don't want to see. So you can imagine yourself turning off the screens as you're looking at the infinite possibilities of the things that you don't desire. Just turn that screen off. Watch it go black. The mind really... All things are permissible in the world of imagination. Let me put it that way. The mind doesn't really understand the difference as to what's really happening in your physical vessel and what is in the imagined world. So if you continue to feed it visions of yourself not looking at those types of images and then focusing in on what you do want, you're putting into action your imagination superpower. So this was kind of deep. Today's little chat was deep. And if you're interested in learning more tips and tricks to hack your brain, and ways to explore how to step into tuning into and subscribing the stations you want to subscribe to, I highly urge you to check out my 3-part series that's coming up on January 29th called Shift. I'm giving you all of the processes to clean the slate and to unsubscribe from what you will no longer desire and to really just easily shift into what you want to. We become new versions of ourselves all the time. So we don't have to think of it as this like, I have to become a new version of myself. This is going to be hard. You do it all the time. You start meal prepping. You're now the version of yourself that meals preps. You start, dedicating 30 minutes a day to self-care and meditation each morning before you even leave your room. You're a new version of yourself. A new version just means you're not the person you were before. You're doing something different. You're doing something different. And that can be as easy as implementing different tools throughout the day to solidify this new version, the tools that are in alignment with what your desire is. And if you have questions, please put them in the comments. I'm happy to engage in conversation. I love good conversation. And I love you all so much. The new you is just a decision away. A decision and action. Decision and action. Decision and action. Have a great day.